Hello Trailblazers, Ian here. In this quick video we'll see how we can use our new Pure Fiction Queen. She's an amazing sub-DPS unit that has a really good synergy with allies that can hit more than 2 enemies or have a follow-up attack. In this video I will show you how to turn her into one of the best, if not the best unit for Pure Fiction. We are going to focus on her relics, eidolons, light cones and teams. The first thing you should understand is her skill. It basically targets an ally to become her debt collector. After that, she could not use her skill for the remaining effect. Your ally receives 30 points of speed lasting 3 Jade turns, so your ally can be as fast as it wants. In case Jade becomes her own debt collector, she will not gain any speed, so don't do it. Jade will deal a follow-up attack after her debt collector, and when they attack, 2% of their max HP will consume, which is nothing to worry about. And now the beauty of Jade's kit came with her stacks, which is her talent. Whenever Jade or her debt collector attack, you will gain a stack for every hit, which means that you can earn 5 for a big AoE attack, and Jade normal attack can cover up to 3. And yes, it works if your ally hit multiple times or use a bounce attack. Also, this is exactly the reason why you don't use her skill on her. You lose all these stacks and damage and you will not gain your skill speed. So again, don't. When your stacks reach 8, she will launch a follow-up attack with a really good scaling on her attack. Also, you will gain 5 pound asset stacks, which means that every time her follow-up attack is triggered, it will buff you with 2.4% crit damage for every stack to a max cap of 50, which means 120 crit damage, just for playing her efficiently. Her ultimate is a huge AoE attack that can hit every enemy on the field, giving you 5 stacks for your follow-up attack, and also buffing it. Her bonus abilities just makes her talent and skill easier to lose. The first one, you will receive 1 stack of pawn asset whenever an enemy enters a battle, and when your debt collector's turns start, you will receive 3 more. The second one will advance your turn 50% at the beginning of the battle, so you can use your skill immediately. And the last one will give you a 0.5% of attack for every pawn asset stack. And with all this info, you need to focus on operating your talent first, followed up by your ultimate, skill, and basic attacks. For her relics, Brilliant Stars will be her best in slot, which is good because who doesn't have a god tier set by now? Grand Duke can be a really amazing replacement for all the follow-up attack buffs, and at the end, Valorous can be a good option too, but I will not recommend wasting your resin on it. If you have already a good Brilliant Star set, you are done with her relics. For her ornaments, her best in slot is Duran set, that can give you more crit damage for your follow-up attacks. Sigonia will be perfect for Pure Fiction, and Izumo and Inner Salsoto are amazing alternatives overall. And that leads us to her main stats. For her chest, you can focus on crit, whichever you need. Attack on her boots, quantum damage or attack on her orb, and attack for her string. Just focus on attack, crit, and speed. And for her light cones, her signature one can give us 60% boost on our crit rate. It also gives us up to 48% damage to our follow-up attacks for every 20% crit damage that exceeds 120%. And lastly, for every basic attack you use, you can ignore 20% of the enemy defense. Overall, for Pure Fiction, this is just more than enough. For the 5-star alternatives, we can finally use the Night on the Milky Way or Before Dawn. And for the 4-star section, Today is a Good Peaceful Day, Geniuses, or Eternal Calculus, they actually all have the same value, so feel free to choose whichever you want. For her eidolons, I think that if you are using Jade only on Pure Fiction, then you don't need any of them. But if you want to use her in other game modes, her E1 is almost essential. Since you will likely be against a single boss, her E1 allows you to keep getting her follow-up stacks consistently, giving you extra stacks for single target hits. It also buffs your follow-up attack. And for the team section, one amazing general team can be Blade Comp, allowing him to use Jade's skill at its fullest and keep giving you all the stacks Jade needs. You can also need Bronya to maximize blade attacks and buff your team, and a sustained character like Lucia. And lastly, for a Pure Fiction team, I would recommend you to always have a unit that can also do follow-up attacks, like Herta, Himeko or Argenti. All of them synergize perfectly with Jade. Also, having a broken buffer like Ruanmei or Robin will make all your follow-up attacks hit like a truck. And lastly, you can either have a sustain unit or a buffer. It will depend on the content. If you want to use other follow-up attack units like Dr. Rati or Topaz, I will recommend you to have her E1, since none of them can give you consistent stacks, since their follow-ups only hit one target. And that's all for me. If you liked the video, then leave a like and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!